Winter does not forgive weakness. Beneath a vast sheet of snow, meadow voles carve out a hidden world of narrow tunnels and small chambers. Just inches below the frozen surface, the temperature is steadier. The wind cannot reach them, and precious warmth is trapped inside their carefully packed corridors. The snow above acts like insulation, sealing in air and preserving scattered seeds and grasses stored for survival. Within this pale labyrinth, they are rarely alone. Bodies gather close. Movements are cautious but constant. Life continues in the dark. From above, the field appears silent and empty. A smooth white plain stretching toward the horizon. It looks peaceful, untouched, but safety here is only an illusion. Every step taken underground sends faint vibrations through snow and soil. Every nibble of food creates a whisper in the cold. Beyond the walls of their tunnels, unseen hunters wait, listening to a world that believes it is hidden. Out on that silent white plain, one hunter is already listening. The red fox moves lightly across the crusted snow, pausing, head tilted, ears pricked forward. Beneath him, the hidden tunnels carry faint tremors of life. A single scratch, a brief shuffle of paws, is enough. He lowers his muzzle and begins to sway his head from side to side. With each subtle movement, he compares the delay and intensity of sound entering both ears, building a precise acoustic map. Like a living surveyor, he triangulates the source below. His final pounce can miss by less than 2 inches. Yet sound is not his only guide. In regions close to the magnetic north, foxes often align their bodies slightly northeast before striking. Roughly 20 degrees off true north. Along that axis, success rises sharply. Drift away from it, and the odds collapse. Something unseen may be guiding his deadly accuracy. But the fox is not hunting an unaware world. Beneath the snow, the voles are listening too. What seems like silence is threaded with signals too high for the fox to hear. Within their tunnels, they emit faint ultrasonic calls, rapid pulses that travel through packed snow and narrow corridors. To human ears, there is nothing. To the fox, only emptiness. But underground, the message spreads instantly. A shift in footsteps above. A sudden stop. The subtle crunch of weight compressing snow along a northeast line. Each fragment of danger is shared in real time. The network responds without panic. A tunnel is abandoned. A chamber empties. Bodies slide quietly into alternate passages carved for exactly this moment. The fox calculates his strike with near-perfect precision. But when he breaks through the surface, his target has already moved. Just a few inches off, and the snow collapses around nothing. In this frozen field, survival depends on hearing what others cannot. For the voles, avoiding the fox is only one battle. Another hunter does not need to break through the snow at all. The least weasel, the smallest member of the weasel family, slips across the winter field in a coat that has turned white with the season. To a distant eye, it nearly vanishes against the snow. But its true advantage lies below. Slim, flexible, and barely wider than the tunnels themselves, it can enter the vole's hidden world directly. There is no need to calculate angles or listen from above. Guided by an acute sense of smell, it follows scent trails through twisting corridors, reading the story left in fur and breath. Inside the maze, escape routes narrow. The sanctuary becomes a trap. When the hunt is over, the weasel feeds, then settles in. It lines its temporary refuge with the vole's fur, borrowing warmth from the life it has taken. Even the weasel, hidden in borrowed tunnels, is not beyond reach. Above the field, another presence drifts through the winter air. The great gray owl moves on broad wings that break almost no sound. Its flight is so quiet that the snow below never warns what is coming. In the stillness, its pale, concave face acts like a living satellite dish, gathering and funneling the faintest rustle toward asymmetrical ears tuned for precision. Beneath half a meter of snow, a vole shifts. The sound is distant, muffled, distorted by layers of ice crystals that bend and refract the vibration. The owl does not strike immediately. It tilts its head, adjusts its glide, and passes over the suspected point more than once. Each change in angle sharpens the acoustic picture. As it draws closer, the distortion weakens, and the true location emerges from the blur. Only when certainty replaces echo does the owl fold its wings. In one controlled drop, silence turns into impact. After each strike from above, the tunnels fall quiet again. Yet winter does not allow the voles to remain still for long. For most of the year, they live alone, defending small territories in grass and shadow. But when snow seals the meadow, solitude becomes a liability. Now they cluster together, sharing chambers, sharing warmth, sharing risk. In the dim corridors, bodies press close, conserving heat that none could afford to lose alone. Inside each small frame, the heart races at nearly 300 beats per minute. Such a pace leaves no room for idleness. Energy burns quickly in the cold, and food must be found again and again. Roots are gnawed, stored seeds are uncovered, tunnels are extended toward fresh patches of buried grass. But every bite carries a cost. The faint scrape of teeth, the shuffle of paws, the shifting of packed snow, each sound travels upward. What keeps them alive also betrays them. In winter, survival demands movement, even when movement invites attention, and so the meadow becomes a layered arena of strategies. The fox listens with mathematical precision, aligning his body with forces we barely understand. The voles answer with signals beyond ordinary hearing, weaving a network through snow and soil. The least weasel abandons distance altogether, slipping inside the very corridors built for safety. Above them all, the great gray owl turns silence into a weapon, shaping sound in midair before committing to the fall. Each life follows its own design. No creature here is reckless, and none is cruel. Every movement is an adaptation, refined by cold, hunger, and time. Beneath the white expanse, success belongs not to the strongest, but to the most attuned. Winter does not judge. It does not choose sides. It only reveals which senses are sharp enough, which strategies are precise enough, and which hearts can keep beating long enough to see the thaw. Winter reveals a simple truth. Survival is not luck. It is adaptation. The fox refines its precision. The owl masters silence. The weasel exploits opportunity. The voles survive through cooperation. Each species evolves solutions shaped by environment, physics, and biology. Sound, magnetism, insulation, metabolism. Nature turns them all into tools. There is no cruelty here. No mercy either, only systems interacting exactly as they must. When we study these hidden battles beneath the snow, we are not just watching wildlife. We are witnessing evolution in action.